Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529, Central Virginia's high school academic quiz show. Today's match features Collegiate School versus Freeman High School.
Hello and good morning. Thanks so much for joining us for Battle of the Brains. We're celebrating our 20th season of producing Central Virginia's only high school academic quiz show. I'm Cheryl Miller and happy to be welcoming students back into our studio after 2 seasons of virtual remote gameplay. Our competition welcomes teams from schools all across the Commonwealth of Virginia. The academic athletes joining us today are the Cougars of Collegiate School, coached by Tyler Boyd and Ben Lamb. Collegiate School is a private co-educational preparatory school in Richmond's West End, serving students in junior kindergarten through 12th grade. Also with us today, the Mavericks of Douglas Freeman High School, coached by Jason Abril and Orion Altman. Freeman High School is part of the Henrico County Public School System. The school offers a specialty center for leadership, government, and global economics. It's great to have all of these students here with us today. Now, our match will consist of 3 toss-up rounds and a category round. Players wishing to answer will buzz in and wait for me to call on them. Any interruption of questions with an incorrect answer will result in a point deduction, but there is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. All right, students, welcome. Good luck. Let's start our first toss-up round. He was so fearsome that Eurystheus leapt into a jar when Heracles brought it back. Annabelle.
Cerberus.
That is correct, the 3-headed guard dog at Hades. Talia, Calliope, and Cleo are part of which artistic group from mythology? Annabelle.
The 9 Muses.
Correct. What famous 1896 Supreme Court decision established the principle of separate but equal? Charlie.
Plessy versus Ferguson.
Correct. Name for the coach who won the first 2. By what is the other name the Super Bowl trophy known?
Vince Lombardi. Vince Lombardi.
That is correct. Lombardi Trophy. One of Israel's most popular tourist attractions is an ancient mountaintop fortress. What is the name of this symbol of Jewish heroism where 1,000 zealots committed suicide in 73 A.D.? Molly.
Masada.
Correct. Name the famous outlaw of the Old West who was shot and killed at age 34 by Robert Ford while... Annabelle.
Jesse James.
Correct. He's hanging a picture on the wall of his home when he was shot. Name the man who became Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court after his presidency.
Taft.
Stan. That is correct. William Howard Taft became the only American president to swear in future chief executives. Dalton Trumbo's novel, Johnny Got His Gun, Ernest Hemingway's A Farewell to Arms, and Eric Maria Remarque's All Quiet on the Western Front are all set during which war? Vivian.
World War I.
Correct. Who is the theoretical physicist who wrote the book A Brief History in Time? Anuj.
Stephen Hawking.
Correct. This crewman on Christopher Columbus's second voyage was appointed by Spain to colonize Puerto Rico in 1508. 5 years later, he found his way to the American mainland. Anuj.
Juan Ponce de Leon.
Correct. Reaching a temperature of negative 173 degrees Celsius, what is the coolest layer of our atmosphere? Dan.
Heliosphere.
That is incorrect. Freeman? Annabelle?
The nitrosphere.
It's actually the mesosphere. All right, teams, watch the screens and listen carefully. Here's a video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch, and you must wait until the question is completed before buzzing in.
I Fall to Pieces and Crazy were recorded by what Winchester native who bridged the gap between country and more mainstream audiences?
Patsy Cline.
That is correct, Patsy Cline. Robert Jordan is a university instructor from Montana who decides he wants to die for a worthy cause by helping to create a free Spain. In what Ernest Hemingway novel does this literary character appear?
Farewell to Arms.
That is incorrect. Collegiate? The book is For Whom the Bell Tolls. Many foreign words are used in English. In which language did the following words originate? Dachshund, strudel, edelweiss. Annabelle?
German.
Correct. This is a multiple choice question. In dollars and cents, what was the federal minimum wage per hour in 1990? $3.80, $5.15, or $7.25 an hour? Anuj?
$5.15.
That is incorrect. Collegiate? Molly?
$7.25.
It was actually $3.80. Aficionado is defined as a person very knowledgeable about an activity or subject. Spell aficionado. Annabelle.
A-F-I C-I-A-N-D-O.
That is incorrect. Collegiate? Anybody want to give it a shot? Molly?
A-F-F-I-C-I-A-N-A-D-O.
And that is also incorrect. It's A-F-I-C-I-O-N-A-D-O. By population. All right, I won't finish that question because that buzzer means our first toss-up round is over. Good job so far by our teams. Coming up next, we'll introduce you to today's players, and then they'll take on the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Stay with us.
Battle of the Brains is always available. Find full episodes on YouTube and follow on Battle of the Brains on social. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
And here are the scores following the first toss-up round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Collegiate School with 40 points. Our team from Freeman High School with 80 points. And we'll get back to our match just ahead. But first, we want to introduce you to today's players. Let's start by introducing you to our team from Collegiate School. Collegiate School Cougars are coached by Tyler Boyd and Ben Lamb. First up is Charlie Loach. Charlie's a senior. He enjoys lacrosse, acting, and weightlifting. He plans to study business and finance in college. Stan Craig is a senior who enjoys rock climbing. He's the cross-country team captain, and he intends to study chemistry or math with the ultimate goal of becoming a surgeon. Next up is our team captain, Molly Hutchison, who is a senior. Molly sings in the school chorale groups and musicals. She's president of the Latin Club and spent a week over the summer at NASA. And wrapping up our team is Vivian Severs, who is a senior, plays varsity field hockey and softball, also participates in rock climbing and ice hockey, is president of the Collegiate Ramps Club, and hopes to study global affairs in college. That's our team from the Collegiate School. Now let's meet our team from Douglas Freeman High School. They are the Mavericks. Their coaches are Jason Abril and Orion Altman. First up is Annabelle Nee. Annabelle is a junior who enjoys participating in technical theater, film club, art club, and book club. Our team captain is Katie Hall. Katie is in the 11th grade. She's in the Leadership Center for Freeman High School. Her hobbies include Model United Nations, Human Rights Club, and history. Anuj Damli is in the 10th grade. Anuj is a sophomore, as we just mentioned. He's in the School Leadership Center, enjoys participating in Model UN, National History Day, and plays the piano and flute. And wrapping up our team is Holly Jan, who is in the 11th grade. She enjoys participating in theaters, president of the Film Club, and is a student in the Leadership Center as well. And that is our team from Douglas Freeman High School. And now both of our teams will take on the category round. Each team will select one 10-question category from today's choices. If a team gets all of its questions correct in the allotted time, they'll receive a 20-point bonus. And teams, take a look. Here are today's categories from which you may choose. They are B is for Black, Mother Goose, and Famous Firsts. And we do note that in this round, only the captains can officially answer for the teams, though they may confer with their teammates to try to come up with the correct answers. So by rules, our team that has the highest score right now will go first. That is Freeman. So Katie, quickly talk it over with your teammates and let me know what you'd like to play.
We'll take Mother Goose.
All right, complete the first line of these following Mother Goose rhymes. Little Bo Peep has lost
Her sheep.
Correct. Little Boy Blue, come.
Pass.
Blow your horn. Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the.
Clock.
Correct. Georgie Porgy, pudding and.
Pie.
Correct. To market, to.
Market we go.
To buy a fat pig. Simple Simon met.
Met a bieman.
Met a pie man. Baba Black Sheep, have you any?
Wool.
Correct. Pat a cake, pat a cake.
Baker's man.
Correct. Mary had a little.
Lamb.
Correct. And finally, Humpty Dumpty.
Sat on a wall.
That is correct. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All right, good job with the category, Freeman. Collegiate, it will be B is for Black or Famous First. Molly, talk it over with your teammates quickly. Let me know what you'd like to play.
We'll take B is for Black.
All right, answer these questions with the answers all containing the word black. The first is singer Johnny Cash's nickname.
Pass.
Man in Black. Actor, singer for Tenacious D.
Jack Black.
Correct. Edward Teach, the pirate.
Blackbeard.
Correct. An expert in judo.
Black belt.
Correct. Another name for the card game 21.
Blackjack.
Correct. Gentleman's book with the names and addresses in it.
Pass.
It'd be a little black book. Bubonic plague.
Black plague.
That would be Black Death. Jack Sparrow's ship.
Black pearl.
Correct. Best-selling record by AC/DC.
Back in black.
Correct. And finally, space entity that warps gravity.
Black hole.
And that is correct. Good job on that category by our team from Collegiate. Coming up next, we've got another toss-up round for you when we continue here on Battle of the Brains.
Miss a week of Battle of the Brains? Or want to catch up on a full season of gameplay? Find full matches on our YouTube channel. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores following the category round here on Battle of the Brains. Collegiate School with 75 points, Douglas Freeman High School with 115 points. And now it's back to our game and another toss-up round. And just a reminder, a team will lose points if you interrupt a question with an incorrect answer. The other team will then have a chance to answer. There is no conferring in the toss-up round. Here we go. By population, what is the smallest of the 5 New York City boroughs? Anuj.
Staten Island.
Staten Island is correct. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. Convert 550 degrees to radians in terms of pi. And that would be 55 pi over 18. England's Richard I led the third of which series of military campaigns intended to reclaim the Holy Land? Anuj.
The Crusades.
Correct. James Madison was a key framer of the Constitution and sponsor of the Bill of Rights. A Virginia university is named for what man who wrote the Virginia Declaration of Rights in 1776? Charlie.
Thomas Jefferson.
That is incorrect. Anuj?
George Mason.
George Mason is correct. It served as a model for Madison's Bill of Rights. According to an old nursery rhyme, Jack Sprat could eat no fat. What could his wife not eat?
No
Holly.
lean.
Repeat for me.
No lean.
That is correct. All right, teams, watch the screens and listen carefully. Here's a Virginia-based video question from a member of the Battle of the Brains Brainy Bunch. And again, you must wait until the question is completed before buzzing in.
Richmond's Hollywood Cemetery overlooks the falls of which river?
Stan.
The James River.
That is correct. Physics is the study of matter and energy and their interaction. Name the branch of physics that studies and describes the motion of objects without references to the forces that cause the motion. Charlie.
Kinematics.
Correct. Although the United States did not appoint one until 1893, what is the highest rank in the diplomatic service? Charlie.
Ambassador.
That is correct. Name the Hollywood movie star who won the 1959 Academy Award for his role in the movie Ben-Hur and parted the Red Sea as the role in Moses in the Ten Commandments. Dan.
Kirk Douglas.
That is incorrect. Freeman? Holly?
Ben Kingsley.
It would actually been Charlton Heston. On July 20th, 1969, millions watched as the Apollo 11 astronauts parked their lunar landing module on the moon at Tranquility Base. What name was given to this lunar vehicle? Dan.
Voyager 1.
That is incorrect. Freeman? It was called the Eagle. The Eagle has landed. It did not cover the Ardennes forest, which was held to be impassable, and only a hastily arranged Anuj.
Maginot Line.
That is correct. Protected the border with Belgium. This Richmond, Virginia native wrote the novel I Am Charlotte Simmons. Name this author who also wrote The Right Stuff and Bonfire of the Vanities. That author is Thomas Wolfe, Tom Wolfe. What Democratic president signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964? Anuj?
Lyndon Johnson.
Correct. What major key signature in music notation has 5 sharps? Anuj?
G major.
repeat for me, please?
B major.
B major is correct. Writing systems called abjads lack characters for these sounds, but they are marked above or below a word. Their high and low types are named for the tongue's position in pronouncing them. Name these sounds made by an open vocal tract, the counterparts of consonants. Vivian.
Vowels.
Correct. The asteroid belt between what two planets forms the boundary between the inner solar system and the outer solar system? Stan.
Mars and Jupiter.
Correct. Its apogee was 80 kilometers too low because the R-7 rocket cut off early, but it stayed in space until January 1958, 3 months after its launch. Name this Soviet satellite, the first man-made object. Stan.
Sputnik.
Correct. The first man-made object to orbit the Earth. And that buzzer means one more toss-up round to go, and just ahead we'll double the point value for our teams for a correct answer. Stay tuned to see which team is today's winner here on Battle of the Brains.
Love Battle of the Brains and ready for your high school team to play next season? Get in touch. Visit battleofthebrains.net to learn more. Welcome back to Battle of the Brains.
Here are the scores as we head now into the final round here on Battle of the Brains. Our team from Collegiate School with 125 points. Our team from Douglas Freeman High School with 185 points. Now for this final toss-up round, the point score for correct answer is doubled, and so is the penalty for an incorrect answer given before I finished reading the question. There is no deduction for an incorrect answer to a completed question. All right, teams, good luck. This is our final toss-up round. The ihram is a white garment worn by Muslims performing what pillar of faith? A once-in-a-lifetime pilgrimage to Mecca. Anush.
The Hajj.
Correct. His act leads to the clearing of the fog followed by a lack of wind. Name this character that shoots an albatross in a poem by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Annabelle.
James.
That is incorrect. Collegiate? Stan?
William.
That would be the Ancient Mariner. What general name is given to animals that spend a majority of their lives in trees? Stan?
Arborist.
That is incorrect. Freeman? Annabelle?
Arbors.
They are arboreal. Close, both of you. What is the most common disaccharide eaten by humans? Annabelle?
Sugar.
Correct. Name the author of what we call fairy tales, including The Snow Queen, The Little Mermaid. Annabelle?
Hans Christian Andersen.
Correct. And The Ugly Duckling. Name the annual award given to the best pitcher in the National League and American League and voted on. Vivian?
Cy Young Award.
Correct. Voted on by the Baseball Writers Association of America. You may need your pencil and paper for this one. Convert 7 pi over 5 to degrees. It is 252 degrees. Of the 3 Baltic republics that gained their independence from the Soviet Union in 1991, which one is the largest in land area and located farthest south? Who's buzzing over here?
I am.
Stan.
Kazakhstan.
That is incorrect. Freeman? Anush?
Lithuania.
Lithuania is correct. What is the northernmost country on the African continent whose capital is Tunis? Anush?
Tunisia.
Correct. This volatile deep red liquid is one of 2 elements that are liquid at room temperature. Charlie?
Mercury.
That is incorrect. I'll finish for Freeman. What is this halogen located between chlorine and iodine on the periodic table? And that would be bromine. This spicy sauce can be found on this spicy spice can be found on tables in almost every home in America. What is this spice whose chemical formula is C17H19NO3? Vivian?
Pepper.
Black pepper is correct. Complete the title of the Jacques-Louis David's 1793 painting, The Death of Blank, by naming the French revolutionary leader stabbed to death in his bathtub by Charlotte Corday. Anush.
Marat.
Jean-Paul Marat. In this novel, it is the job of the Ministry of Truth to rewrite history to say, Charlie.
1984.
That is correct, by George Orwell. This man won the Nobel Prize partly for a work he wrote about capital punishment, Reflections on the Guillotine. He also wrote The Fall, The Plague, and a 1942 novel about an unremorseful Algerian-born Frenchman named Meursault. Name this author, Charlie. Camus, of The Stranger, Albert Camus. Epimetheus failed to save a positive trait for mankind, which led his brother Prometheus to steal fire. Annabelle.
Pandora?
Repeat for me.
Pandora?
That is correct. What 8-letter word is defined as an animal or person that eats food of both plant and animal origin? Annabelle.
Omnivore?
Correct. This river rises in Tibet and is home to the unexplained phenomenon known as the Neja fireballs and flows by Vientiane and Phnom Penh. Name this river that enters the South China Sea after flowing through southern Vietnam. Annabelle.
The Yellow River?
That is incorrect. Collegiate? Stan?
The Mekong River.
That is correct. What ball game, a legacy of the Iroquois Indians, has been one of the national games? Charlie?
Lacrosse.
Correct. National Games of Canada since 1867. And that buzzer means the end of our match. While our judges double-check the final score for us, here's a reminder of how to stay connected with Battle of the Brains.
Stay up to date on Battle of the Brains. Follow along as your favorite teams advance this season. Visit battleofthebrains.net to learn more and follow the show on social at Battle of the Brains. As we continue round 1 in this 20th anniversary season of Battle of the Brains, join us next week as we welcome Princess Anne High School versus West Point High School.
And now let's check the final score for today's match, determining which team will continue on in this season's competition. Ending the match with 225 points, our team from Collegiate High School. Good job today by Charlie, Stan, Molly, and Vivian. Our winners today with a final score of 345 points, the team from Douglas Freeman High School, Holly, Anuj, Katie, and Annabelle. Congratulations. We'll see you all in the next round. I'm Cheryl Miller. Thank you for watching and playing along here on Battle of the Brains, and we'll see you back here next week. Great match, teams.
Game over. Thank you for watching Battle of the Brains, presented by Virginia 529. Goodbye.